Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So we just left off the fight. Before I even give like what I thought about the fight, first let me say, man, it was a great turnout, man. It was live up in there. It was live with a lot of UK fans. They were loud, root for their guy. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of Wilder fans in there as well. So first and foremost, I just had a blast at the fight, man. Like I said, it was crazy up in there, man. When Tyson Fury was, landing his touches and doing what he was doing, throwing quick combinations and all that. The UK crowd was going crazy when Wilder got the knockdown. The guy, the Wilder fans, we were going there going crazy because I was cheering for Wilder to win the fight. You know what I mean? Just like the UK cats in there was cheering for Fury. But it was a great fight, man. And I thought Fury won a lot of rounds against Wilder, man. Now, I'm gonna watch it again and do a thorough breakdown by watching it again on TV versus watching it live. But watching it live, me and one of the UK dudes was in front of me. I see some people that I was talking to in the Wilder edged it with the second knockdown. Some people thought Tyson Fury clearly won it even with knockdown. There was one judge, man. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in here, but there was one judge that had it 110 for Wilder, and I'm sitting there like, how can I know if you get 108? That's a clean. I don't know, man. I just don't know how he gave Wilder 110 if he had two knockdowns. You know what I mean? But as far as the fight, though, from when I seen live, all right, the first few rounds, not the first few, but a lot of the from round 1 to like round 7, 8, a lot of those rounds, in my opinion, were, I can't remember which ones off the top, man, but it's just the rounds that, put it like this, the rounds that Fury won. It was like pretty much his type of fight where really wasn't much going on. He was doing a lot of, hard feints and hard jerky movements. He'll touch Wilder, hit in there. Then he was doing a really good job of, when Wilder got off, he pressured him right away. So Wilder would get off. He didn't give, there's times in this fight where he wasn't giving Wilder a chance to regroup after he let off a whole bunch of punches. Some were missing, some of them hit, you know what I mean? And he'll jump right on top of Wilder. So I thought he did a great job of doing that. That was a good game plan by Fury. And I thought, man, for a minute there, after that second knockdown, I didn't think he was getting up. A lot of us in the crowd, from where I was sitting, looked like the ref was going to wave it. Again, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch I didn't watch the televised. I was at the fight. So from where I was sitting, it looked like he was about to wave it. It didn't look like Fury was going to get up from that. But Wilder did get the two knockdowns. To me, this fight showed that Fury's skill level as far as moving around, making you miss, hitting you with the flurry of punches, that's real. And Wilder's power is real. You know what I mean? He couldn't stop him completely, but he hurt Tyson Fury. That second one, man, Fury's a tough motherfucker, man. I don't know how he was able to withstand that one. I clearly thought it was going to be over. I thought Fury could have been a little bit more physical in the fight, because there was times where higher on Wilder, I was like, man, if Fury turns up his physicality by as far as pushing him and mugging him and that type of thing, I thought he could have even tired Wilder out a little bit more, especially digging into his body. Wilder, I thought he could have doubled up on his jab a lot more, because it looked like that, just the jab right hand, Fury was playing that like it was just predictable that it was coming. But when Wilder was jabbing to the stomach and switching it up, that's when I thought he was having his best success. And there was a few shots that Fury threw that kind of stopped Wilder in his tracks. Not necessarily had him dazed and confused, but kind of stopped him in his track a little bit, man. You know what I mean? So he showed enough pop to make Wilder at least respect him. All right. That was a damn good fight, man. Let me see what y'all are saying. 162 people in the house. Who y'all have winning the fight? Let me see. KC Ross says crazy fight. Standing 8 says word up, Mr. Boxing was good. Shana Icon says cannot wait to hear your opinion. And again, you guys, this is live reaction from inside the fight. There was so much shit going on. I was actually sitting in a pro Fury section. You know what I mean? So the smallest thing he did that was perceived as successful in the fight, they were just going crazy over. So it was like, damn, did he score that one? I couldn't saw look up at the big screen, look at the replay, like, no, he didn't even score that. And they was going crazy. So it was like that on both ends too. So you guys know how crowds are, man, sports. Try to get us a table in there. Yeah. I'm gonna be out here. Okay. Let me see here. Aki Adams says he thought Fury won the fight. Arjan Gunapi, what's up, man? He says, great fight. I told you, big man, never count Fury out. I thought he won, but a draw was better than robbing him and giving him a loss. Never counted him out, though, Gunapi. Now, I did pick Wilder. Again, I got my prediction wrong. I picked Wilder by stoppage between the 7th and the 9th round, all right? So I got that wrong. Props to Fury, man. It was no counting him out. Now, I did count him out as far as not picking him to win, but I said it's going to be tough. Fury is tough, man. That movement, and you could say that he doesn't have power, but at the same time, he's still 6'9", 255 pounds hitting you in the face, all right? So it's respectful enough to where you're not just going to come blazing in on him. If you do, he's going to make you pay, you know what I mean? So I never counted out his skill level and ability, and I even said that I thought that he would win some early rounds, and I thought that Wilder would catch up to him a little bit later in the fight. Fury was doing a good job of slipping, man. He was making Wilder miss a lot, like making him miss. It wasn't Wilder swinging wild. He was just missing shots. Fury was rolling. He was countering back. He stuck his hand behind his back a lot of times in the fight. A few times in the fight. I didn't sit there and count him, but a few times in the fight. So he was trying to show that he's comfortable in the ring, that, hey, this is my real estate. I'm comfortable. I can even stick my hands out behind my back. You know what I mean? So he was trying to play up to that. Wilder started catching his ass with the right hands, man. That right hand is deadly. You know, the first one kind of landed on the side of the head. I thought Fury leaned into that one and got clipped with it more so than Wilder trying to just aim for the back of his head. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? It's him leaning into it as he was getting out there. Put Wilder down because he knew Wilder blew his load. Flurry, and you can tell he wanted the rest afterwards, and then Fury would come right back. So I thought he did a great job of doing that. Let's see here. Boxing office says Fury got up like the Undertaker after that knockdown. Yeah, I know how the Undertaker get up. He'll act like he knocked out dead, and he'll just pop right back up. Yeah, Fury got up, man. I want to watch it on TV, y'all, because the angle we were at, man, we were like, damn, the fight's over. And then, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, you know what I mean? But I want to watch it on TV, man. Marks MB says he had Fury winning 9-3. Chicago's very own. What's good, brother? He says, waiting on your recap. Yeah, hey, I'm going to do a much more thorough one when I get a chance to watch the fight on TV, yo. Boxing office says he had Fury winning 9-3. Schoolbase says the card was amended 114-112 to Fury. Okay, so they fixed that scorecard where they had Wilder with only 110 points. I could have swore that's what I heard, man. So I literally just left out of Staples. Me and my wife trying to find somewhere to eat. She in there getting us a table. So right when it was red, we just got out of there, man, because it was a nice fucking turnout. Now, every single section wasn't sold out because it looked like it was closed off. There was only like a few, at least from where I was sitting in front of their the Lakers championship banners was on the wall. So for like those were cut, but everything else was just, and it was electric. It was electric in there, man. It was electric. So yeah, so if they fixed it, if that's what you mean, that they amended it to 112, because 110 didn't make any sense. Like, how can you get a 110 when you knock the dude down twice? You know what I mean? Unless they're giving him a 10-9 with a knockdown round, which, you know, I don't think he did enough to deserve no shit like that. Cornwall 1888 says, gutted for the Gypsy King, and what an effort, and it was taken from him. Arjan Gunapi said 9-3 Fury clearly. Daniel Bob says robbery, Fury won. Damn, my battery about to run out too, man. I'm gonna go as long as it allows me.
Lissandro, man. Yeah, Lissandro. I'm not lying. If I had to do
Skanga Max says Deontay Wilder definitely one of the most powerful punchers of all time. That power, what the fuck? Fury showed great heart, getting up and fighting back. Amazing fight. Hey, and while I'm here, let me just talk about some other heavyweight stuff, man. Uh, Daniel Dubois, all right, he's gonna be fighting Razvan Kanjanu. Um, I got Dubois winning that fight. I think Kanjanu, it's good learning experience for a kid like Daniel Dubois to get a guy like Kevin Johnson who's tricky. That yes, I know AJ blew him out, but there's a lot of guys that have to go the distance. A who's who of fighters that went the distance with Kevin Johnson. He is tough to stop. That's why I thought it was impressive when AJ stopped him. Although it's still impressive to stop that guy. So Dubois had to go rounds with him. Now Dubois, he might have to go rounds with Kanjano. I know Kanjano got splashed against Luis Ortiz with a straight left hand, the same straight left hand that he got knocked out against Donovan Dennis in the ESPN Boxino tournament uh, that Andre Fedosov ended up winning. But I think it's a good learning experience for him to get those type of fights. Because Kanjano may try to, go in there, switch from righty to lefty, kind of a watered down version of Tyson Fury, to be honest with you, like a real watered down version of Fury. So if Dubois does get some rounds, I don't look at that as being like, oh, he couldn't knock this guy out, because Kanjano's not an easy guy to just knock out. Parker went a full 12 with him, you know what I mean? And I think that gives Dubois an opportunity to work, just work on getting some rounds, work on using that jab, and work on when you can't knock a guy out, be able to outbox him, use your jabs, especially as a big heavyweight like that.
It cost you 15.
So I think that'd be a good learning experience for Daniel Dubois, man, as he climbs up the ranks. And then, who else is fighting? What else I want to talk about? Nathan Gorman and Alex Leopold. Let me talk about that real quick. I think, obviously, I'm picking Gorman to win that fight. Leopold better days behind him. I know he lost to Emmanuel Char and, the Klitschko fight, Malik Scott. He's a small, short, like, plotter type of dude. So, but he's 41 years old? And Nathan Gorman's like 26 or something like that. So, he's a lot younger. Not even 20. I think he's like 22 or something like that. One of y'all leave in the comment section. He's a young kid. I think he's a good mid-range puncher with his combinations. I know he likes to dig to the body. Ricky Hatton's teaching him to dig to the body with that left hand. But Gorman, I watched the Sokolowski fight. He was actually moving around, using the jab, showing them different angles, mixing it up, and looked pretty fluid doing it. You know what I mean? So I think he should keep Leopold on the end of his jab, be more active, because you cannot get outworked by an old-ass guy like that, man. Not when you're, young, in your physical, 20s. No, you can't be getting outworked by your old fighter. I believe Leopold. I was off for a second, but something like that. All right. Who else I want to talk about? I talked about Gorman and Leopold. Dubois versus Kanjano. Was it Michelle Wallace versus Christian Hammer? I'm gonna go with Christian Hammer to take his undefeated record away, man. I'm gonna go with Christian Hammer to take his undefeated record away. I like to see the winner out of Wallace and Hammer fight Tom Schwartz, who's another undefeated German prospect. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Even Schwartz taking on like the winner out of Otto Wallen versus Ajit Kabayel. I think that right there would be a good matchup. So the Wallen and Kabayel is gonna be a good fight, man. I'm gonna go with Kabayel in that fight. I know Wallen's gonna try to use some tricky southpaw stuff, but I don't think he's gonna have enough to just outbox and stay away cleanly from Kabayel, because Kabayel's a good combination puncher. He can walk you down a little bit. He can box too a little bit off the back foot. But Wallen, he strictly just wants to box off the back foot. And if he gets into any type of dog fight with Kabayel, I definitely favor him in a fight like that. There's some other stuff I want to talk about, man, but I'm forgetting. Alexander Teslenko has a fight coming up against, I forgot the guy's first now. I think his name is Cesar Antonio or something like that. Obviously, I expect Teslenko to run through him. I did watch the Antonio dude fight. I believe Teslenko's fighting him. I believe he's fighting him, man. But I expect him to dominate him, though, man. Because I seen the Antonio dude fight. He he'll put up he's a short guy that used to be a cruiserweight, and now he's in his 40s. He'll put up the the high guard, he tries to box like a big man, but he's like 5'11", you know what I mean? So I expect Tyson to keep him on the end of that jab, land that right hand, try to work that left hook in there, walk him down when he has to. I want him to finish stronger though. He didn't struggle against Avery Gibson, Teslenko. You know, he got the victory clear, but there were some rounds where Gibson was giving him what he wanted. He was landing some good overhands on Teslenko. Teslenko was standing straight up. He got that straight up style. He likes to dart in and out, a la like almost like a version of Vitaly Klitschko to a certain degree. See what y'all talking about the fight though, man. I know y'all here to hear about that, but I want to get the other stuff out. Some of you giving me scores and saying what the fuck and stuff like that, so I haven't got to watch the fight, you know, televised. So for you joining me, I haven't got to watch it on TV. I was at the fight, and from where I was sitting, it was very close, and I thought that second knockdown gave it the draw, because I thought Fury was winning the bulk of them rounds, man. Not so much doing, you know, devastating work, but just Wilder was missing. Fury was peppering him a little bit. They'll go jab for jab, but I thought Wilder was winning some rounds too, though. And then the two knockdowns, man. I couldn't believe Fury got up from that second knockdown. Somebody, I forgot his name, I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name, but he says no one thinks Wilder won that fight. No, that's not true, bro. I just walked out of Staples, and there's a lot of people that thought Wilder won the fight. So that's not true. When you say no one, I don't know who you're referring to. Aki Adams says Wilder won 2 rounds. Tony Joe says Fury controlled the fight. Fury is tricky and tough. Weed Degree says Fury. Jay Willis says what's up, what's good, man. Gotti Box says Fury all day. Man, a lot of you guys think Fury won the fight. JMJ 21, I appreciate that. He says, I appreciate the super chat, bro, but he says, shout out to Frank Warren. Leslie 789-100, what's good? I ain't seen one of your videos in a minute. She says Fury won. Pop Player says I think the draw was the right call. Ian Baller says Fury got robbed. Boxing is corrupt. Somebody says draw my ass. Somebody says you should watch it back. All right, so I see a few you had. Well, okay, doing live production says Wilder 114, 113. There was a few people sitting next to me that thought that like I said, that thought the knockdown sealed a Wilder victory. I thought the knockdown sealed a Wilder draw from watching it live. Got them jerky movements. He was able to evade. See now look, he did get caught. A lot of you were saying that he's not gonna get hit with a right hand. No, he made Wilder miss a lot of right hands, but he did get caught. But he didn't get finished. He didn't get finished. A lot of us, including myself, weren't expecting that. You know what I mean? I thought once about, especially that second knockdown, man, Jesus Christ, and that man got up and fought Wilder back, and I thought he's gonna drop him or start stunning Wilder, man, because like Wilder blew his wide. But yeah, Fury is very tough. Hop says his card was 114. Hold on, he says, met my boxing friend to watch the fight. My card 114, 112 Wilder. My friend had it 2 points for Fury. Both of us agreed we couldn't complain about the draw, even though we hate them. I hate them too, man. But right when it was over, I was like that. It felt in my gut draw. I was like that. It felt in my gut draw. If that second knockdown didn't occur, I thought Fury would have pulled it out. I can't wait to watch it again, man. BC says Fury was doing absolutely nothing in the early rounds. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why, because I was getting text messages from friends, and they were saying like 6-1, 7-1 Fury, and I'm like, damn. Well, the couple rounds that I seen from when the fight first started, wasn't really much of nothing going on. There's a whole bunch of posturing and feinting, and that's why I think 10-10 rounds are needed, man. Because if both guys are in there just feigning, posturing, fencing with their jab, feigning, posturing, fencing with their jab, lands a glancing blow, misses a glancing blow. I mean, come on, man. that type of shit is like, man, draw. Because what if you guys didn't do enough to even try to seem like you wanted to even win the round? You know what I mean? Let alone have me sitting here trying to debate who won some shit like that. You know what I mean? Open the Gate says Fury was robbed. Ace Peterson says great fight, rematch please. Yeah, I'm down for a rematch. Godbody says you people saying 7-5 Fury robbery, typical casuals. Yeah, that's one thing. People say, oh, 7-5, that's a robbery. It's like, well, shit, if you know, gave the other guy the other a close, you know, one of the close rounds could be 6-6. I don't know, man. This just robbery gets thrown around a lot, man. Like, to me, robbery is more of, yeah, it can be a robbery that a guy didn't win a decision. Like, I think, I thought the second Hearns-Leonard fight was a robbery, all right? I thought Hearns should have won that fight. That shit wasn't a draw to me, all right? But sometimes robberies can be more of what one of the judges had, the scorecard, you know what I mean? Like one judge or judges have wide-ass scorecards that makes no sense. But you have two judges that see 115, 113 for either or, I mean, some of that shit was close, man. It wasn't clear. Some of those rounds were not clear to me. Fury did have some rounds that were clear. Obviously, Wilder had his clear rounds, but, you know, the knockdown was clear. Scooby says Wilder fans aren't mad at the draw, but Fury fans are. I'm a fan of both, but I was favoring Deontay Wilder. I'm not gonna hold you guys. Favorite Deontay Wilder, but I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of the whole heavyweight division, but I'm a fan of both, man. Fury started calling. I could hear it through the building. Fury was saying something about Joshua. What was he saying about Joshua? Was he calling him out? Fight was wild. The Pro says the fight was wild, and that atmosphere there was crazy, man. All that, nobody knows who Wilder is type of, you know, I know sometimes we go back and forth as fans was talking shit, but nah. Now Fury did bring a nice portion over here, but it's like any fighter or any fighter, man, or most fighters. I'm not gonna say any fighter, because some guys can literally fight the milkman and sell out stadiums, but you get a good dance partner, man, that can bring his portion, you can create some exciting fights, you know what I mean? Especially if you're the best fighting the best, or two of the best fighting the best, you know what I mean? And that definitely showed at the Staples Center, you know what I mean? I don't know what the final number was, but I'm talking about with my eyes, visually, what I seen in there, it was crazy. It was crazy in there, man. It was crazy. M. Reynolds says, what's up, M. Reynolds? He said people were giving Fury rounds for just dodging punches. Man, there were a lot of fans sharing that same sentiment in there, because they were like, dude, he ain't even throwing shit. He just dodging punches, you know what I mean? He wasn't even throwing anything back. And I think Fury was looking at it like, my defense is winning me this shit, you know what I mean?
Excuse me, sir. Forgive me for disturbing you. I see people on the streets. Me and my son sleep on the streets. I was hoping to serve good songs.
I'm busy right now, man. Yeah, you too. But yeah, we were sitting in there. He was doing a lot of dodging and getting out the way, but I'm just like, you know, he wasn't really doing nothing on the offensive end. All right, now defense does count though. But look, let me talk about Ortiz and Kaufman, man. Ortiz got the stoppage at the end. You know, could have been a little, for what I seen, it looked a little premature. Ortiz did what he had to do. Kaufman is tough, man. The dude's just a tough dude, man. He's just a tough, gritty, determined type dude, you know. But Ortiz did what he had to do in that fight. I did miss some segments of that fight, large chunks of it, talking to people and doing stuff like that. I did see Joe Joyce run through Joe Hanks. I knew once he put the pressure on and started to get engaged into a trading punch for punch, I thought Joyce would beat him. That went exactly how I thought it would go. You know, so Joyce did his thing in that fight. I missed the Areola fight. I think he had a fight with Lorenzo Smith that I missed. I don't know if he even won his fight or not. I would assume he did. You know, Areola trying to make a comeback and go for the title for the fourth time. I'm not sure who won that fight. But Lorenzo Smith is a guy who's fought a who's who of guys. He was a pretty decent amateur back in his day. Um, he likes to come forward, you know, throw his combinations. He can fight off the back foot a little bit. I've seen him knock a guy out and sparring off the back foot with the left hook. You know, but I'm assuming Ariola won that fight based on I know he was a favorite. But I'm not sure. You guys let me know who won that fight. I didn't get I wasn't there early enough. I got there to see Guerrero fight, Marcelos Wilder, the Hurd fight. Hey man, that dude the Hurd was fighting was putting hands on him and backing him up. Unless Hurd was just willing to go to the ropes, I really couldn't tell. But dude was backing him up, man, and it looked like dude just ran out of steam, and then Hurd just took over, started whacking them body shots, and started walking him down after dude kind of put up his best effort. You know what I mean? Physically, seemed like dude just put up his best effort that he could. Tried to dig to the body, tried to pin Hurd against the ropes, landed some good shots. Then Hurd just, you know, as I call him, my nickname for him is Jason Voorhees. You know what I mean? Because you hit him with anything, man. He got like that Margarito going on with him, you know, where he just can eat punches and deliver them back. And then Charlo jumped in the ring. I actually got a lot of footage, man. I'm going to try to upload some of it. But Charlo jumped in the ring. They were talking shit. That was crazy. All right, y'all. I'm about to go get me a bite to eat, man. I'm gonna watch the fight again, and then tomorrow we're gonna I'm gonna go over the fight again after watching it on television. All right. Regardless of who you want, I know a few of you probably cussed me out. It's all good. It is what it is. Regardless of who you guys think won the fight, though, man, it was an excellent night of fights, and it was exciting atmosphere up in there, man, in the Staples Center. Y'all be easy, man. I'm gone.